Welcome to Nara, our final full day in Japan. Today, join us as we explore this magical ancient Japanese capital and wander beneath autumn's red canopy. I'm not sure this is 100% safe, but he's quite a soft little boy. Nara has quickly become one of my favorite places in the world. Its calming, natural beauty and landscape make every moment feel so magical.
This is pretty good.
It's good.
It's fried chicken inside and the mayonnaise.
We'll visit temples, stroll quiet hills, and share a peaceful evening meal. This isn't just our last day, it's the heartwarming finale of our entire Japan journey. So come along, soak it in, and let Nara's peaceful spirit send us off in style. Like a lot of people that come to Nara, we actually stayed in Kyoto, and from Kyoto to Nara, it's about a 1 hour long train ride. And as you guys can see, we were a bit sleepy but very excited. Wow, there's so many people at this metro station because we are at Nara Park, and just exiting the station, there's just so many people here. So I hope the park isn't as jam-packed, but today is a weekend, so it's a Saturday, and let's see how it is. It's gonna be a unique experience for me. After leaving the station, we headed towards Nara Park. The park is actually a bit far from the actual station, so it was about a 10-minute walk, and then we saw lots of interesting signs, and as we got closer and closer, we started to see some deers, and that's when it got really exciting. So Nara Park isn't just a park. Its main attraction is actually the deers in these parks. So deer in Shinto tradition acts as a form of a messenger between Earth and the gods. So that's why these deers aren't just friendly, furry little animals for tourists to see, but they also have quite a significant cultural meaning to them. It's open in 1880, so it's a very old park, and it's attracted visitors from all over the world. And this park is absolutely massive. There's hundreds of deer here, and they're quite friendly. They're very tame. As you can see here, people can get very up close and take some very nice photos with them. But it's just so cool, you know, to see this kind of interaction with people here. But like I said, this place is not only just a park. Next to it, there's a lot of UNESCO World Heritage Sites where there's shrines and temples surrounding this place. So we just got here, spent about 20 minutes here, and it's so cool. Look at how friendly they are. This kid can just get right up to it. That's so cool. Get so close. Nara Park was one of the places I was really looking forward to, and it did not disappoint a bit. The deer here are honestly just magical. They roam freely around the park, and the moment you walk in, you're surrounded. They come up to you, they bow their heads, and if you got deer biscuits, or in our case, pizza buns, they'll be your best friend. It's so funny because the deer here, they actually don't like to eat the cake that the old grannies here are selling. So they much prefer, I don't know why, they just like to hunt down people with like bags. I've seen them eat paper. It's very weird. I think, yeah, maybe because every single day you're eating the same thing, you get a bit tired of it. But regardless, it's quite funny, you know, how they chase down people with like the most arbitrary things. Like I had my pizza bun, and this deer was just wanting to have a bite of it. So yeah, quite weird. What was really unique is that I felt like each one had its own little personality. Some were shy, some were cheeky, and one just kept on following Georgina around the entire park. It was so much fun interacting with them. It was one of the most unique experiences I've ever had.
I'm not sure this is 100% safe, but he's quite a soft little boy. Very hard on the head here. He's a bit grumpy. A grumpy guy. He's quite big, so I think he's a male. That's so cool. It's like because he wants our pizza bun, but I don't know if it's safe to give him a pizza bun, and he's just kind of sad. He's got a very sticky nose. So if you can see his sticky nose. Yep. Okay.
And just some facts, these deers aren't just cute, they've also got quite a cultural and historical significance to them. They've lived in Nara for centuries and are considered sacred messengers of the gods. And even today, they're protected as national treasures. There are currently more than 1,000 of them in the park, and over generations, they've learned to bow to people as a way to get food. There was no training, it was just observation and evolution. It's kind of amazing when you think about it. That being said, because it's such a popular destination, the park does get really crowded. And sadly, not everyone treats the place with the respect it deserves. We actually saw litter in the river, and I ended up picking some of it up.
Ken is trying to rescue this deer because he's trying to eating the plastic bag. It do harm to their stomach. Okay, he's success.
There was even an elderly local woman quietly doing the same, collecting trash bit by bit. It was honestly touching and kind of heartbreaking too. You know, this place is beautiful, peaceful, sacred, and it deserves better.
来跟他们说一下好不好吃，什么味道
This tastes really good.
？It's good.
It's fried chicken inside and the mayonnaise.
Ah,
I like
nice
it.
review.
This one is with salmon, right?
They say trout
Oh,
actually.
salmon.
They say trout. So we're having some kombini food.
We should be very careful
Yeah.
because the deer will eat our food.
Yeah.
They will harm to.
The deer here are super intelligent, and over the time they've learned that whenever we put our hands up, it means that we don't have any food and they just kind of leave you alone. So cool.
And the Nara Park isn't just a small park. There's just so many. Look at that down the street. There's just so many other different shops to shop as well. There's temples. There's just so many things to see here. And for now, we're just walking down one of these main streets where there's lots of shops. So yeah, lots of people here as expected on a weekend, but it's manageable. You know, it's a lovely, quiet experience, and yeah, just overall, it's just quite a good, cool experience. Lots of food that you can buy. You can feed the deers, interact with them. It's definitely quite a whole full day experience.
Now, usually this is the part where most vloggers head straight to Todaiji Temple or the Kofukuji, which is this 5-story tall pagoda. And don't get me wrong, these are obviously all must-see destinations in Nara. But for our trip, I wanted to do things a little differently. We came to Nara right in the middle of winter and just sort of late autumn, and it was that fleeting moment when the last of the autumn colors are still holding on. The park was glowing in layers of red and gold, and just breathing in that cold, crisp air was just so refreshing, but made it feel so peaceful as well. These maple trees stood like fire against this really deep ocean-like blue. The ginkgo trees were just shimmering in this super, almost unrealistic yellow in the afternoon light. Many of the leaves here only really last a few weeks, and we just happened to came at probably the most perfect time to see them. And as we wandered deeper into the park, we came across this old man. He was just standing there and he was painting. You know, he was painting the trees. There was no phone, there was no rush. It was just him and his brush and, you know, the sound of the wind moving through the leaves. And I stood there for a moment. I watched him, I gazed at him, and it just felt like time had slowed down. Watching him, I begin to realize that maybe this is what Nara is really about. And it's not chasing the famous spots, but learning how to simply be in a place. After a while, it started to get a bit cold, and we actually came across this expo center, and we decided to head inside to warm up a bit. And that's when we heard about this hill or a mountain that wasn't too far from here called Wakakusa Yama. After doing so much exploring, we decided to go up the. I guess it would be a little mountain. It's like a little hill. A little tip is that when you're coming to Nara Park, don't just stay on the main kind of areas. Come out a bit and just look at that. It's just behind the there's a kind of like an international expo hall here, and the decoration here is very quiet. There aren't any deer here, but yeah, just so much more beautiful, quieter, and not as many people. Quite cool. So being as spontaneous as always, we decided to go and have a look. And just a short bus ride later, we found ourselves at the foot of this mountain. I wouldn't really call it a mountain, it was more like a hill, but its elevation is about 350 meters, and it's a wide, grassy hill overlooking the entirety of Nara. In spring, this place usually has a lot of picnics, and I've heard that there's fireworks on display, but in winter, it's very quiet and very open, so it was also another very peaceful experience. This place is so beautiful. My God, I'm just so happy. Look at that. Wow. Just spinning around and just look at that. I can't believe it. This place is just, oh, fantastic. This might just be my favorite place in the whole world. Oh, it's really special. We're gonna try and climb to the top. It's about a 30-minute walk, if you would call it. I would call it a climb up to the mountain, because I just want to get that fantastic view of this ancient Japanese capital city. Oh, so awesome here. But look at that, that's how tall it is. It's on like a 45-degree angle. We're just going straight up the slope. Oh, so pretty. As we started to climb all the way up, it really began to get less and less crowded. It got quieter and more peaceful, and for a short moment, it was only Georgina and I. Just the two of us in Nara, Japan. And it felt like a dream come true. My whole life, I've been wanting to come to Japan, and for this to be our last day here, it was just truly special. And just look at that view. The hill faces west, so we could see the sunset perfectly through the clouds, and we could also see the entirety of Nara City. We sat there for a while and took some photos, but more importantly, we tried to take in the view and take in the energy that radiated from this magical city. It felt so natural, yet everything was so ordered. If someone told me to draw a picture of something peaceful and tranquil, and this is probably it, this is what I would draw. And just sitting here made me realize the importance of traveling, because sometimes you just have to be a bit brave. And I know the plane ticket sounds like a lot, and I know the hotels and the hassle and taking leave, but sometimes when you're really here, everything is really worth it. The sun started to set and we made our way back into the city to find somewhere to eat. We headed back to the city, and just on the way on the train, just walking through the streets, I couldn't help but just to say, wow, what a country, what a place, what a city, what a fantastic trip this was. Japan really met my expectations and did everything above that. It delivered a fantastic trip. It was a phenomenal experience, but most importantly, it made a part of my dream come true. You know, when I was a child, this was everything that I imagined it to be and more. It surprised me. So for the last few moments, we walked around the city just to try and take in all the little details in, and we found this very lovely cozy little shop. It sold this little hot pot thing, and it sold a lot of good sushi. Overall, the food was fantastic, value is obviously very good, and yeah, so after this very cozy dinner, I think this is where I would say thank you so much for watching. If you guys watched throughout the whole series, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much. It would be great if you could leave a like, a subscribe, a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And hopefully I'll be back in Japan very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Bye bye.